Hi, everybody. I'm Ever. This is my husband, Joe. We're the Slowicks. And we decided to do this YouTube channel to build more connection in our relationship and to inspire us to discuss things that are important to us. And top priority in our life right now is our relationship to each other and our relationship to our 2-year-old. And so we know that we can't have a relationship to our 2-year-old without having a relationship to each other. And so we decided to start our channel by reading this book. What we're thinking we're going to do is we're going to read books, discuss them with each other, and then have a 5-minute conversation with each other that we will then share with you. And this is probably switched backward, so we should read the title.
It's not.
No. They'll read it. They can read it.
Yeah, can't you?
We'll put in the comments
Where's that back? Oh, that's backwards.
the title of the book and the author, maybe a link to their website. And we're just going to talk about the introduction of the book right now. We're actually timing ourselves for 8 minutes. We're going to be succinct because we don't have time to do anything more, and we'd like to talk a lot. So if we don't time ourselves, we'll spend way too much time on here, and you probably won't want to hear it. So,
Facts.
you want to jump off on like what first struck you in the introduction of the book? I'm just going to say it because we didn't say the title. It's If the Buddha Married, Creating Enduring Relationships on a Spiritual Path by Charlotte, I believe it's pronounced Kasl, Kasl, Ph.D., author of If the Buddha Dated.
Yeah, I think the first thing that jumped out to me was the note about looking inward at yourself and finding out what's because for us right now, with a 2-year-old, there's a lot of stress involved, a lot less time for everything, and we probably give ourselves the least amount of all the time we get. And lately we've been just kind of like trying to do our best with that. So in the intro, they mention like coming to the relationship from like a kind of trauma, from a trauma lens, where like you're like the adolescent that needs the attention, or you're acting up some past self. And that struck me just because like I know a lot of times I'm just like I just want to be alone, or like I just want to do my own thing. And of course we can try to make time to do our own things, but also like how much of that is an old behavior that like I can potentially grow out of, and kind of see the other side. I'll give it back to you for a minute. I don't know how much you want to talk about this now, but Ever has been talking a lot about like not trying to be who we used to be in relationship and focus more on who we are now. So like showing up for each other in our how would you say?
Like in regards to now that we're parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know, I related to the COVID thing of like the new normal, you know what I mean? And so like we always thought that like once COVID was over, we'd go back to how it used to be. That's kind of what I guess all of us probably believe, but then we realize like it's never going to be the same again. And so we have to embrace this new reality and be in relationship with it as it is today. And so I've been talking about, I think what you're referring to is how we can't reach back for what we were before we became parents. And instead, we have to um, see who we are today and find out how we are in relationship with each other as the people we are today. And there's a big grief process in becoming parents, and you lose so much of who you were and who we were, you know. Um, and there is space for that. I'm not saying that's not necessary, but just saying like if we want to be successful in relationship with each other, then we have to celebrate what we are today and find ways to like let go of who we were before. But yeah, what we only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, so on. That's something I'm looking forward to getting into more, I think. And what about you? What
Yeah, I was gonna say like just what Joe said about what struck him in the introduction was also very important to me as someone who is a trauma survivor and lives with the consequences of that every day. Something that I was like really excited to learn from this book is how like the self-reflection that comes through Zen practice helps us to see what causes the undesirable behaviors, which lead to blocking off your heart and prevent you from being in a relationship with someone else. Um, and I really am excited to hear how this author talks about how we can bring Buddhism into um, just catching those trauma response behaviors and seeing how they're impacting our relationship. And um, I like that she said something about curiosity. I think it was curiosity and humor and inquiry or something like that, more ways that you'd be in relationship with things that are uncomfortable. And I'm very good at that in my Buddhist practice in meditating. But I wouldn't say I'm good at that in relationship because it's such a trigger festival for me to be in a relationship with anyone.
So the 8 C's of self centeredness. 8 C's of centeredness.
Yeah.
Just approaching things from clear, connected, conscious.
Every time Joe says these 8 C's, I just want to punch him in the face. I hate these 8 C's. He made this beautiful drawing and puts it on the side of the fridge. And right now, like my inner child is like, just hearing these 8 C's because they're not easy for me. It's not where I am. I'm someone with PTSD and I'm always in fight, flight, or freeze. So like I'm just beginning to like find what it's like to be outside of that in a relationship. I've been outside of that, not in a relationship for a long time, but relationship is where it's the hardest. Uh, and that's it. So I hope you're excited to join us on the journey of reading this book and discussing it. And we look forward to building a community here and creating more dialogue in families and creating more consciousness in the world.